What up, YouTube? This is Maurice with the Barber Mosaic, back at it again with another medium taper tutorial. This is the homie Kobe, and we're taking this thing down with a 1.5 with the grain. This is after a wash shampoo, so the hair is really clean and really nice, and we're gonna lay it down with that 1.5. This is a wall cordless Sterling 4. I swapped out the blades, have the Andis Master blade on there, got the blade bracket from the homie Filthy Blends, so go check him out at filthyblends.com. There I'm showing you the crown. Right there, you gotta find that when you're cutting the wave, because you don't want to cut against the crown at all. You will gap them and fuck something up. So here, I'm combing the hair, making sure that there are no cowlicks. You should always check for cowlicks when you're cutting the waver's hair, because again, like the crown, you can gap them, and you do not want to do that. I'm making sure the hair is all laid down with that 1.5. Now we're going to be setting our lines into place, making sure that we have a space to color in. It's like coloring. We color inside the line. So I'm tapping really lightly here. I'm not pressing. I'm showing you because there's different. There's a medium, there's a low, okay? And there's a high, right? This is going to be a medium. So I'm coming from that point down. That's a low. I'm not there. I'm going above that. I'm at that medium taper point. I'm going to go on the back line because, bro, the back lines are so important. This is when a dude is standing in line at the gas station and somebody sees him from behind, and they look at this back line, this over the ear line. They see the taper and they see the lines. This is where you make your money, bro. This is where you gain new clients. Somebody will be standing behind this guy and be like, yo, who cut your hair? Because of that. So using the last 3 or 4 teeth on the left side of the trimmer, I made that line over and behind the ear. And I'm going to save everything on the other side. Check in and make sure that the distance from the high point to the medium point are going to be the same, because I will be applying a light dye / fiber enhancement to this cut when we get a little bit deeper into it. Now, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to grab the liquid razor and spray a little bit on the next strip. Boom, hit the front line with it. Because I want the hair to lay down so I can put my initial edge up down on the front. I'm going to grab my Fabulous Silver FX with the 2.0 graphite blade. I absolutely love this trimmer, and I'm going to make the sharpest, cleanest line I can. I want to make this line so sharp, so clean that if I don't apply any enhancement to it, or whenever what enhancement may wear off, he scratches his hair, brushes his hair or something, it's still going to look good. You know, there's a difference between having that new car smell and, you know, just not having a solid lineup. We don't want to do that. Same thing on the other side. I already measured it, so I know I should be good to go. And I'm just tapping at it, not dragging, not digging in, making sure I get a really solid, crisp edge up before I put my Barber Magic pencil lines down. Yo, the homie Deuce FX just came out with his product, a pencil product. I definitely want to check that out. I am going to support the homie. He is from Columbia, South Carolina, as I am in Florence, South Carolina. Big shout out to Deuce FX. Now I'm laying the 2 back lines down. I'm going to jump straight in with the Fabulous Gold FX clipper, and we're going to look at that. We're going to use that point halfway between the bottom of the nape and the ear, and we're going to go up to that point with the clipper closed. And all I'm doing is so simple. I'm just walking it up, notch by notch. Open up a little bit, go up. Open up a little more, go up. And I use all 5 notches on my fades. Like, this is dummy proof, this is foolproof. It is so easy to do, and it's not hard. But the more you do it, the better you get. So that all the way open, that feeds in the Fabulous clipper all the way open. It feeds directly into my wall Sterling 4 with the 0 guard on it. So I went up with that and then turned it over and came down. Now I have it open halfway, and I'm picking at that line. That is a 0 line. So I'm picking at that line with a 0 halfway open, and I'm just gonna open it all the way in order to complete that step. And with wavers, I always want to go back and lay the hair back down. This is my one guard right here. I'm using the last 3 or 4 teeth on the left side to kind of pick at whatever dark spots I have. Now I'm going up to the 1.5, and here I'm trying to marry it to the top. I'm trying to marry that 0 at the bottom to the 1.5 that we started with on the top. I'm searching for dark spots, trying to pick them out, going back in. This is equivalent to like a 1.5, using the corner, the very corner of the Babyliss clipper all the way open. So that's just helping me to have a little bit more control as I detail the back side of that taper. Wow, it's coming in nicely. It's looking good too. Yo, I love these cuts, man. I love these waver cuts. I love these taper cuts, and I'm getting better and better at them, man. And I'm constantly checking on the sharpness of those back lines. People always focus mostly on like the front edge up, but those 2 bars on the back, bro, those are very important. I call that the new client area. Like, you got to get your new client area right, because if you go too high, it looks horrible. And if you're scared to get it just right, it looks like after a day or 2 that the hair hasn't even been cut. So we're gonna go up to that midway point with the 0 guard on the wall clipper with the Andis blade. Flip it over, lay the hair back down, go back in with the last 3 teeth in the corner on the left side. Then I'm gonna, same thing, go all the way up, start at a closed position and knock that initial Slimline Pro trimmer line out. Then I'm gonna walk it up step by step, 1 notch up, 1 notch up, 1 notch up, all the way until the clipper is fully open. And then I'm gonna use the last 3 or 4 teeth in order to make that thing come together. Still working on that back line. Same thing happens here. Very same thing. Go up, open it, start close, halfway open, open, then come down, then marry it with the corner of the clipper, the corner of the 1 guard. Then take the gold clipper, the Babyliss Gold Effects, boom. You see the thumb working, man. You see the thumb working. This is very simple. It's not rocket science. I've only been cutting professionally with a license for about a year. That's it. I really do. Sometimes I made it myself. Let's go. So this cut is coming together nicely. Now here is the dye enhancement. This is gonna be a little Kiss Express. I used a dip brush for my wife's makeup bag. Please don't tell her, she would kill me if she finds out. But it applies the Kiss Express dye perfectly. And this is not something I've seen somebody else do. This is something I saw her do when she does her eyebrows and she takes her clients, because she does makeup. I see the way she draws the eyebrows, and it looks like a fade kind of. I was like, man, that's pretty cool. That might work with me applying my enhancements. And I stole the brush and I've been using it ever since, and it looks great to me. It works well. Now I'm working on that part, making sure that thing is in there. Now I'm telling you, whenever you're doing these parts, especially on wavers, you have got to make sure you comb their hair. You gotta make sure you comb your hair, especially combing the hair against the way they brush it. That's the only way the part is gonna be like set in there, set in stone. You definitely want that part set in there. Now I'm on the other side with my Slimline Pro Li, making sure that we got that sharpness that we want there. You can still see that light film on the corners of the edge up. That's where we applied the Barber Magic pencil, and that's there for a reason, man. Because when I break out that razor and lay the razor down on them, it's gonna be lit. So there we go with the topic. You see those little couple dark spots he has right there, and I do want to make that part pop and look a little bit more sharper. That's why we chose to go with some of the topic. Then I take my Babyliss Silver FX with the graphite blade and really complete the sharpening of that edge up, and it looks good. It looks good. And go to the other side, do the same thing. I'm just cleaning it up, man. This right here is all detailed on the edge up. Just wanting to make it look as nice and sharp as possible. And you gotta remember, we already laid down the initial edge up. The dry edge up with no enhancement is already fire. It's already fire. So if something happens and he brushes his hair, he's still gonna be good. So he can't fuck this up. There's nothing he can do to mess up this cut. He can get some cooler, He can get drunk. He can go to the club. He can wild out. He can go to church and shout in church. And the edge of it is still going to be crispy. Still going to be crispy. So I'll go ahead and lock it in with some holding spray. Now I'm breaking out the razor. Remember, man, I put the razor on anybody. It's a disclaimer. When you sit in my chair, you will get the razor. I don't care. You bring me a 6-month-old baby, 6-month-old baby, I'm dropping the razor on that mother. Fuck them kids. Everybody gets the razor. Everybody gets the razor. That's how I'm rocking. I learned from one of the best. Shout out to the homie. Shout out to the homie Tafari, man. Tafari Spence in Florence, South Carolina. Everybody gets the razor. And that backline coaching, man, is something that I caught from Vic Blends, man. I went to the Barner Brothers show, man. He really talked a lot about the details and making sure that, you know, you give somebody a cut that's gonna last more than a day or two. A lot of times, you know, you cut the person, and the haircut is not gonna last if you don't jump into the details and really make that stand out. And you have to. There's too many great barbers out here to waste people's time without providing a dope cut and a dope service. And that's what we're all about at Icon Cuts, man, in Florence, South Carolina. So if you're ever in Florence, South Carolina, come through and check me out. There we go, the finished project. That's it, man. That's the cut. Do not forget to like, subscribe to this channel right now. If you haven't already, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the cut in the comments. What could I have done better? How can I improve myself? If you got any help, let me know what helped you. Any tips, tricks, anything that you have, let me know. This is the Barber Mosaic. I am Maurice, and I am out.